Alright, check it. So, when I went to court today for CJP, they said I had an appointment at 9 o'clock. So I get there. I'm all waiting. They looking at me like I'm retarded. So I'm like, am I doing something wrong? They're like, what are you here for? CJP. He said, let me see the paper. So I showed him. He said, this is at 1 o'clock. I said, it says 9. He said, yeah, it's wrong. CJP don't start until 1 o'clock. And he starts laughing. I honestly didn't find shit funny, but I walked off and laughed anyway, because I'm like, these motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I'm not appreciating or accepting this. No, it's sad that I have to go through this in the first place. So, regardless about all that other tedious BS, I have to like educate these females on their wrongdoings. See, a lot of females think it's the males that are being scandalous. Let me tell you, these females know that these men be having other females. They have all the signs. Like, I have a friend that was messing around with one of my friends, knowing that he was married. Right? She knows he's married. And what she did was, she didn't care. Now, the person that my male, that my friend, the male friend that I have, I gotta watch how I say things, because I don't want people to think like. Anyway, I don't really care, because I know I'm not gay. So my male friend, who was kind of suspect, you know what I mean? He had a wife who he say left her husband for him. What a terrible where we weave. Now, she cheated on her husband with him and left her husband for him. They got married, and now he's cheating on her with a female that knew he was married. Now, the female that knew he was married is trying to convince him to divorce her. The female that knew he was married is trying to convince him to divorce his wife, who left her husband for him, so that they can be together. Right? So, this does not go well with the married female who left her husband for him. She's pissed. So, one night he decides to spend the night out with the girl at a hotel. Not just one night, 2 nights. He knew the repercussions of his actions when he got back to that house. She was going to have a raging fit. So, out of anger, I believe she provoked an incident. when she provoked the incident, she laid him 100% responsible, because initially the provocation was done by him for her to get angry, but for the physical part, the provocation was done by her. I know that because I know these females. They do stupid stuff like that. And she got angry and called the police. She called the police. They arrested him, locked him up. She said that he choked her and strangled her. Right? Now, I'm not gonna lie. He is known for doing these things. But she knew that calling the police would cause problems for him, and he would get locked up. On top of that, the girl, the female friend that I have, who was messing around with the married man who married a female who cheated on her husband for him, calls me and tells me today the girl was at the job, because me, her, and him are all friends working for the VA. Alright? So the VA doesn't tolerate DV cases, which is why I'm fighting mines. Or anything that would have a bad look on their staff. So she went to the job to let them know that he was locked up for DV. That's what my female friend had told me unknowingly. I say unknowingly because she's a female. It automatically assumed that the female came there for her. I said the female did not come there for you if you've seen her walking with one of the supervisors of the job. I had to educate her right quick. She's not there for you. She's there to destroy him. Because he had the male friend had let it be known that she is completely reliant on him. And instead of her being smart and divorcing him for infidelity and getting a lump sum from him, knowing that he's a disabled veteran and he's working, it just shows the level of intelligence of these women. She didn't have to do any of that. She could have just intelligently recognized that he didn't want her no more. He was obviously interested in other women, and from my knowledge, he's been fornicating with other women before and after their marriage. But understand that a person can only do what you allow them to do. So if you allow yourself to be in a situation with a man who can commit adultery and is known for infidelity, how are you a victim? These women automatically assume that they're a victim. Because even my friend felt like she was the type of victim. She's like, what is all this drama coming around me? I don't know why she mad at me. Why wouldn't she be? Why wouldn't she feel some type of way about you when you know that she's married? And you still continue to pursue the situation. Logic escapes these females because they feel they could do what they want to do and somehow feel that there is no repercussions for their actions. Not all women are like that, but these type of women are. And the sad part is they are being protected by women who are not like this on the strength that they're women. And I need for the women that are at least sophisticated enough to know better and to do better to hold these women accountable for their actions. Because if you don't teach and you don't show them the error of their ways, they will continue to teach this ignorance to the future, to the children. And the children will grow up with this mentality, this ignorant mentality, that they could be justified in their actions simply because they're women. Now this female is going to possibly get this man fired from the job. I'm thanking God that this person that got me in the situation, they don't know where I work at. I don't for her to sit up there and try to get a restraining order. It's preposterous. I would never go to her. She always would have to come to me. She was a jump off. I was a jump off. Whatever, jump on, jump off. You understand? It wasn't something that was serious. Pretended it was, because hey, this is the only way to make things work, is to, in my case, for me to act like I know she's not hoish. And I never cared about what she did, but she thought I did. And she thought that I was being upset at her because she had other males come to the house. I never cared about this female having other males come to the house. I just wanted the other males to focus on her or whatever they came there for, and not to engage my daughters in any way, shape, or form. Because I don't want them to think that you're a nice person when you're not, when your intentions are not good. Any male figure that you bring around your child and you know that their intentions are to do something you know is not right, and to have them smile in your child's face like they're a good person gives off the wrong energy. It gives off the wrong perception of reality. Because in reality, these people come, like if you have a male coming and he knows, and you know that he's coming to cheat with you, or he's cheating, or you're cheating, or he's cheating, whatever the case may be, you know this person's intentions is not out of sincerity. This person is not there to really do nice things. Now, if you are single and you don't know that this man is being jealous or cheating and stuff like that, no one can say that you are wrong for what you are doing because you didn't know. But in knowing these things, and to have this person around your children is not right, because you're giving off the wrong impression about that person, and this person is not a good person. You don't want your child to pick up anything from this person because this person is really being devious. And you don't want to teach your children the art of deception, which is like lying. just to have the means, just to have the gain justify the means. That's philosophy. The gain, you're trying to say the gain justifies the means. So if you say that, me winding up in a relationship with a female can be justified, whether I had to cheat on somebody else, kill somebody else, beat somebody else up, scam, con somebody else. Like, to wrong somebody to gain something, if that's okay, then why is anybody mad about anything? They're mad because it's not. So in order for the reality to be acknowledged as the truth, you gotta say that the means must justify the gain. And they've been trying to figure out the truth in that for many years, but the reality of the situation is the truth, which is, you can't say that the gain justifies the means, because if they wanted land but commit genocide to get it, why are slaves complaining? When they needed people to work their land and they enslaved them. If that's okay, that's just like saying the gain justified the means. But if you're against that, if you're against slavery, you're saying the means should justify the gain. So you can't and shouldn't enslave people and force them to work for you against their will by holding them captive because of the color of their skin. See, the mentality of the Caucasians ideology has been projected so far and wide and enforced thereof that it has made a lot of people complacent. They don't understand that their actions have consequences, because who they're now acknowledging their predecessors unknowingly produced these concepts, and they failed to understand the basics or the basis of that concept. The basis of the concept is basically that the means, the gains should justify the means. They're saying it's okay to have slaves because that's what they do. That's what they do. I don't see or understand how this society doesn't, like, the reason why I know the reason why females think the way they do. It's simple. It's because they're taught to. They don't go and say, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. they actually provoke it. They provoke it. They know they teach their children men are dogs, men only want one thing. No, they don't want one thing. They may want to fornicate, but they also want loyalty. If they could believe that they were getting loyalty, there wouldn't be no infidelity. But there's infidelity because in reality, they're being taught that as children, that they can't trust women, and the young women are being taught that they can't trust men. It's an undeniable truth. It's something that I had to, we all can't deny. No one can deny that it's already a stigma about men, especially black men, growing up. Now, what is a young black male to do with this stigma? He could go against it, right? And let me tell you from, from the view of a person who did try to go against it. I tried to prove that men were good. All I've gotten out of that was heartbreak and confusion. Heartbreak is when you try to be like a good person, this person you think you're supposed to be, and get your heart broken because she want to be with somebody else, because she likes somebody else more than she likes you. So now it's like, okay, I want to be with you. Question, why? It's you. Something about you. You ain't do nothing wrong, like hit her, probably didn't have enough money to give her, somebody else is offering her more, somebody else probably looks better, more women want this man, and she sees this man as more of a challenge to gain, as opposed to looking at the fact that he has more than one option, so of course he's going to cheat. Because he's a ladies' man. Then when you see this happen, you're now confused. I was taught if you did the right thing, women will love that because that's what they're seeking. When you do the right thing and it's not giving you the results you thought it was going to give you, start pondering, what are you doing wrong? So you start looking to see, what is he doing that I'm not doing? That's what everybody does. How am I doing wrong? So how are they succeeding and I'm failing? He's succeeding because he's a ladies' man. He has more than one option. He worries about how he looks and all that other stuff. He worries about who's in his life, who's he's around, what clothes he wears, how much money he has in his pocket. If all the women are attracted to that, he has to be a part of that crowd to feel like he's gaining anything. Who wants to be out here not gaining anything? Nobody wants to be out not gaining. So they change to fit the criteria. needed to feel like they are gaining and not missing out. So women are actually mad because they put themselves in a situation and fail to acknowledge their power.